Hi, I'm Joel. It's a Sunday. It's just between Christmas and New Year. About to do my daily 3-mile minimum, and you're coming with me. Let's go. This morning, I'm running with Shane Antill. Morning, Shane.
Good morning.
And we're going to be running relatively slowly today. Good. What did you do yesterday?
I did a marathon yesterday morning. It was my Christmas treat.
That must be very nice for you.
Burn a few of those calories off.
And it was in Kingston?
Yeah, Kingston, Waterton-on-Thames, along the Thames towpath there, so relatively easy, but is there ever an easy marathon? No, there isn't.
How many marathons have you done?
I haven't done that many, probably about 15, 20 maybe. I think half of those are Ironman marathons, so I tend to concentrate on those. I don't do too many.
Now, Shane represents Great Britain for his age group for triathlon. And how long have you been doing that?
Well, for representing GB now for 3 years. So 3 years ago was Cozumel, Mexico, standard distance. Then qualified for European Championships in Denmark 2 years ago, and then this year was Australia, Gold Coast.
Wow. So how many triathlons have you done altogether?
Oh, hundreds.
Really?
Yeah, hundreds. I probably do 10, 20 a year, I guess.
Wow.
Obviously different distances and what have you, but...
And you do at least one, well, you have done at least one Ironman.
Yeah, done 7 now. 8 and 9 booked next year.
Now, I met Shane in an airport. We were flying to Barcelona. I was going there for work, and you were going there to do a
Ironman.
Right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's the fastest one I've ever done so far, that one.
So let me try and remember the story. You used to be a pretty pro-level golfer, right?
Yeah, I used to play off 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Went on holiday, golfing holiday to Portugal with a friend of mine, and involved in a really bad car accident. Morning. And fractured my spine in 4 places.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I was out of action for quite some considerable time, obviously. I was off work for about 7-8 months, I think, in total in the end.
Wow.
In a body brace for 3 or 4 of those.
Jesus.
Yeah. Basically just stuck on the morning, stuck on the bed, literally, for those few months. Put loads of weight on. Morning. Got made redundant actually to the day I went back to work, or 2 days after.
You're kidding?
No. So I thought, right.
That must have been a fairly low point in your life, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You know, I was really itching to get back to work.
How old were you at the time?
39, 40. Right. And desperate, to get back to work. And to be told that was really disappointing, but every cloud has a silver lining, as they say.
So you'd never done much running before?
I did a bit of cross-country running when I was at school.
Right.
But, I didn't particularly like it at that age.
Nobody likes it.
No, exactly. But no, I've always been a keen cyclist. Well, I say that again when I was younger, not so much since. But just got back into the rehab. And my rehab was obviously...
So you were given running to do as rehab?
No, not at all. Quite opposite. So non-impact stuff. So swimming, exercise bike,
right,
and cross-trainer.
Okay.
So, so I hadn't been made redundant. I decided to take some time off work, took 9 months off. I put on loads and loads of weight, obviously.
Yeah.
And just got into my rehab every day and just bumped into someone at the gym that was doing triathlon. And sort of 10 years or so ago, or 9 years ago.
That's amazing.
I didn't even know what it was.
Really?
Yeah, never heard of it. So I thought, right, that'll give me something to train for in the summer, because that was all around February time.
Yeah.
So I took a few months to train, did my first one. Wasn't that great. Carried on for a couple of years and started getting quite good and thought, I'm quite good at this. So I started training properly during the winter, got myself a trainer and that kind of stuff. And then a few years later, that's when I started going for the GB stuff.
So, what made you... Was it just a logical extension of the competing that you wanted to try and compete for England?
Yeah, it was, because again, I didn't even know you could compete for your country.
Right.
You just see it at an elite level and you think that's it. But actually, there's a lot of age group sports out there you can represent your country. And I thought, what a great honour that would be.
Yeah, no kidding.
And, so it kind of motivated me as well.
Sure.
Because like a lot of these things, when you start out, you do need goals and other things to motivate you.
Yeah.
And the distance of the triathlon was another one. You know, when I first started, everyone dreams of doing an Ironman.
Yeah.
Your first reaction is, oh, I can never do that. And it is.
Yeah, well, I've certainly had that thought.
Even when you stand on the start line, on the first one or second, third one you do, you just think, God, I can't do this. But actually, after a while, you realise you can do them.
So are you at the point now with Ironman that you feel confident at the start?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Now it's a case of, where do I think I can save time? You know, I plan it literally down to the last, quarter of an hour, every single hour of it.
Right.
Working out what the temperatures are on the run, when to push, wind direction for the run and the bike.
Wow.
You know, when to kind of run behind a group of people if you can, things like that. So
You can draft in Ironman, can't you? But you can't in...
not on the bike.
Oh.
On the run you can.
Right.
And people laugh when you say that, but actually it can make a difference.
Sure. Yeah.
But no, on the bike it's the obligatory X meters, it keeps changing.
Right, okay.
It's getting further and further at the moment.
It's a nice foggy day up here.
Yeah.
How's the pace? You alright?
Yeah, good. Yeah, stretching those muscles out a bit.
It's good to turn your legs over
Yeah, absolutely.
the day after.
Yeah.
So what sort of training are you doing in 2019?
So I'm doing Hamburg Ironman in July, Barcelona in October, so I'm just doing my base training at the moment, so nothing too intense,
Right.
just trying to keep the weight down a bit, which I haven't managed to, but that's fine, it's winter, it'll start coming off in the spring, so it's base training really, and then off to Lanzarote in March, where I'll sort of start ramping up the bike miles then, and June, July will be some really busy months, heavy months.
For competing and training?
More training than competing, because I found in the last couple of years where I've mixed trying to do Ironmans and qualify for Team GB stuff.
Right.
Because it's two different types.
Yeah, of course.
For training, you end up not doing either properly. So this year I've decided not to do any Ironmans and just concentrate on the World Championships, which I did. And I always knew I wouldn't do any Team G qualification next year and just concentrate on the Ironman.
Right.
Because ironically, one of the best Ironmans I did was my first one, and that was before I had a trainer and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that just the exuberance of...
Well, I just did hours and hours of kind of base training. I didn't do any... Oh, there's a car behind us. I didn't do any kind of like sprint training, anything like that. And, it really paid off. Whereas, years later, where I've been mixing it up, I have struggled on some of the Ironman runs. So I wonder whether it's just kind of like a lack of mileage in the legs, because I've been concentrating on doing sprints and things. So that's why this year, like yesterday I did a marathon, I'm going to try and do one a month now for the next few months.
Right.
Just build my miles up that way rather than, concentrate on the long distance.
I've got a mate of mine who does a marathon a week and doesn't do anything in between. So every weekend he does a marathon.
But people say that to me. People say
he's up at a level
yeah,
now.
Absolutely. People say that to me. How do you just keep doing the running? So actually, when you get to a point, it's harder getting to that point. That really fit position. Once you're there, it's actually easier to maintain it than it is getting there in the first place. So I can absolutely imagine that. And a lot of my summers are like that. Sometimes I race every weekend in the summer, do triathlon,
right.
And then just on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'll just do a short sprint, run, and a bike and a swim, and that'll be it.
So I was going to ask you, what's your optimal training week? Like, how much time is running and swimming and biking?
Well,
and you doing it mornings or evenings or both?
No, I tend not to do much in the mornings. I like my sleep, so I'm not a great morning person, so right. I tend to do it during the day or evenings primarily, which is obviously difficult this time of year.
Yeah.
Go left there.
What's that?
Dead end up there. But, so at the moment I'm doing probably anything from 8 to 12 hours, and that's kind of like my average, I suppose. You do 3 weeks on, 1 week off, generally. So I'll do 12 to 14, but then do a 5 or 6 hour week, and then just to recover a little bit.
Right.
But then at the peak, in terms of Ironman training, I've done up to 24, 25.
Jeez.
Yeah, but that's usually a week's holiday in somewhere like Lanzarote, where you can, you got the climate and the...
Right, you can really focus.
Yeah, you can focus and you can actually get it done. But you look at the pros, they're doing 30 hours a week plus,
right,
every week.
Yeah, I guess if you've got to run with those guys, you've got to be prepared to.
Well, I'd love to be able to give that a go, but just like everyone else, it's just your lifestyle and bills and everything else get in the way.
Well, yeah, that's right. Amateurs like us have got the job to do.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, it is hard. There's no two ways about it. Trying to juggle everything. I've got a fantastic wife. She's really supportive.
Well, Diane's been doing a few triathlons I've seen on Facebook. Good for her.
Yeah, so she's got into it this year, done a couple of sprints. She loves it. She loves doing the racing, but she just hates doing the training. Like look at this week. Here we are.
Yeah.
We've not had a drop of rain. It's been beautiful weather really for Christmas time, and she's not been out on her bike once. And yet, really, it'd have been good for her to get out. But I did try, but there's only so much you can do.
Now, how much time do you spend running as opposed to biking and swimming normally in your training week?
Probably do 2 runs a week, so I'll try and do one sort of short one. I'll probably do 20 miles a week running, I'd say.
Right.
And it's either sort of 2 10-milers around here on the route we're doing in a minute, or I'll do a longer one, try and do a 12, 13 miler and then a 10k, which is 6 miles obviously.
Yeah.
I'll do that twice a week.
Right.
And then cycling really depends on time of the year. Obviously in the summer I do loads and loads of sportives, so I do a lot of 100 milers. I do those on my own as well. Got a new route, takes me down Portsmouth around the Isle of Wight and back home again, kind of thing, which is it's a nice one because I get a couple of breaks as well on the ferry. So I've done that a lot this year, so I plan on doing that again next year.
Do you really want to swim out to the Isle of Wight? And then...
No, the guy at my local pool actually asked me if I wanted to do that because there is a swim in the summer. I think it's 3.5 miles or something.
To the Isle of Wight from Port?
Which actually, when I've been on the boat, it isn't that far.
Well, it doesn't look that far, but
no, it doesn't.
When you're in the water.
Yeah, exactly. Different kettle of fish there.
So did you say you have got an Ironman this year?
Yes. So I haven't booked Hamburg yet, but I'm going to do it.
Have you done that one before?
No, I haven't. Just like to go to different places, to be honest.
Well, you see a lot of the countryside in an Ironman, don't you?
Yeah, and also obviously Diane comes and well, so it's, there's places she wants to go around Europe and stuff, being Australian, so she wants to go to Hamburg or Germany, so
sure.
We'll combine it with a bit of a holiday there.
So I was going to ask you about overtraining, which is a weird subject, but I remember it all went a bit Pete Tong in Melbourne, was it?
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, quite a long story, but so about 6 months before...
We've got 2 miles.
Okay. No, it was about 6 months before I started getting pains in my stomach, and it got to the point where I was literally bent over double, and I just thought, God, there's something wrong here. Went to the doctor, and he said, you've got appendicitis, get to A&E straight away. So I go to A&E, and they do all the various tests and stuff, and he said, no, you haven't got appendicitis. We'll put you on a drip for a few days and see what happens. So they did, rushed me through with antibiotics and what have you, and it cleared it all away. And of course, rather than find out what the problem is, what do? They send you home. So thinking everything was okay, that was September 2013, and the race was March 14, so I then had a whole winter of training, which is horrendous.
And could you feel the stomach? Was there still a problem?
No, it was okay.
Right.
It was okay until about January, February time, and I got a really bad cold, and just couldn't shake it off. And I was training through it and shouldn't have been and what have you, but it was so close, it was such a pivotal training time, I felt as though I had to carry on. And I did. I kept going back to the GP saying, can I have some antibiotics? Because I had a really bad chesty cough. And he was like, no. You had some last year, we don't keep giving them to you. I told him what I was doing, but of course they don't really care. So anyway, I went to Melbourne. It had cleared up by then, so I thought, I went to Melbourne. Did the swim, that's fine. Started on the bike. It was a beautiful bike course. It was a brand new freeway. So super smooth, really fast.
Ideal.
Yeah, exactly. So I was expecting a quick time. And only about half an hour in, I started getting chest pains. And I thought, oh God, what's this? Obviously your worst fears, you think, is it something to do with your heart? And I just thought, no, it can't be. Which it wasn't. So I just carried on. Then got to the bike, finished the bike, didn't do a great bike leg, got on the run, just felt terrible from the start, really bad stomach pains, kept stopping for diarrhea, toilet, and
Jesus,
vomiting and what have you.
But you kept on going?
Yeah, I did keep on going because I trained all winter. That was the hardest training I've ever done, because it's just, out for 6-7 hours on the bike in the middle of winter is not fun, so that's all. So I carried on, got to the end.
You finished?
Yeah, I did finish just, Well, I say just, I did 11 hours 20 something or other, so it's still a good time.
Yeah.
But not as good as I was hoping for. And got to the end, saw Diane poke her head through the netting sort of thing. I said, look, I haven't been feeling great, I'm just going to go to the tent. So I popped into the tent, they kept an eye on me for a couple of hours, sent me out, saying, no, you're okay. And I collapsed within about 2 minutes.
Holy shit! Like right there, in the,
right in the kind of the finish line venue area. Thank God.
Yeah.
So they wheeled me back in, literally in a wheelchair because I couldn't stand up. I was just like jelly-legged and everything. Just
That must have scared the shit out of you and Diane.
Yeah, well, exactly. But scared the shit out of them even more when the doctor then said, I'm not prepared to take the risk of you dying overnight. You're going to hospital.
Oh,
and
nice.
of course, everyone's
Just
going,
what you want to hear.
yeah, all the family like going berserk.
Holy crap.
Anyway, long story short, they did all the blood tests. They told me I had an infection. So gave me some antibiotics, sent me home. Obviously said you're fine to travel back home because I was due back home a week later or something. Right. So I did that. And then went private when I got home because I just thought, GPs don't know what they're bloody talking about as usual. So went private, had various scans, and the surgeon said there's something that looks a bit anomaly there, and so we need to operate. So I booked you in for probably about a week's time or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. And that felt fine, of course. That night felt absolutely terrible. I was vomiting black rubbish. I've never seen anything like it. I just thought, what on earth's going on? So I rang the hospital and they said, your bed's ready anyway, come in now. And just come straight in. So we did. Went straight in and operated that night, and I had to. So what he'd seen was this diverticulitis, which is quite a common thing, I believe.
Yeah.
But whilst he was in there, they found a tumour, benign tumour as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they cut that out. So that kind of, having told my wife and her family I'd never do another Ironman because I'd struggled and I felt so bad for,
I guess you owed
best part of 9 hours.
Yeah.
I knew straight away then that's why I felt bad and that I could do so much better. So that was kind of the inspiration then to book another one and have another go. And I've done much better since, and it definitely did make a massive difference without a shadow of a doubt. And I do promise my wife now, before I do any long distance event like that, that I go and get my Bupa health check, like the full MOT, just to make sure there isn't anything hiding there.
Worth doing.
Yeah, exactly. So I do that as well now, every couple of years.
Well, a friend of mine who's a super fit guy, my friend Cliff, had a heart problem while he was just after training, but he was like ultra, he was riding all the time, running all the time. It's amazing. You think because you exercise regularly you're kind of immune to any kind of problems.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Well, I feel that way, and I'm certainly, I know I'm wrong, but
yeah. So the issue I've got at the moment is, I don't know whether it's because I haven't really had a break now for years, good 5, 6, 7 years, because I'm really struggling with muscle pain.
Right.
Around my lower back and my back and what I just kind of think, is it a case of I need to have a bit of a stop?
Right.
Thank you.
I keep being told you must do your stretches, you must do your stretching, all that, which I must admit I'm really bad at. And that's one thing. Oh, I know. That's one thing I'm really concentrating on at the moment, is making sure I'm doing a lot more. But it's kind of like the horse is bolted with me at the moment. I'm doing a lot of stretching, it's not making much difference at all.
Well, this is kind of how I feel about it. Like, tomorrow, I'll have run every single day for 8 years, right?
That's incredible.
And
It really is.
I've not stretched once in that time.
Really?
No. So, what do? Do I start when my hamstrings are like guitar strings, which I've got to, right? I have to.
Yeah.
But I just know it's going to be minutes of pain and no real gain.
Well, it might not be a gain now, but it might be a gain in 4 or 5 years' time when it means you can carry on instead of stopping.
Yeah. Well, that's really what I'm going to focus on, is trying to do the basics, because my quads are tight as hell and that's affecting my hips, which is affecting my hamstrings.
Yeah. See, again, when I'm doing my Ironman training, I know people think this is bonkers, but I have 2-hour sports massage every week, and that is just preventative.
Right.
Obviously, you're working your body really hard, and I definitely need it, but I know that's kind of probably what's kept me going for so long as well.
Right.
I'm at the point where I kind of think one day I need to have sort of 6 months or a year off, but it's addictive. It really is addictive.
And also, you don't want to let it go, because in 6 months and a year, it's
all gone.
It's going to go away.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy to lose fitness, but it's very difficult to get it back.
How long do you think it takes to lose it? I've often wondered that. Like, if I stop running, like a week, 2 weeks, like, a day wouldn't make any difference, but
I think it is a matter of a few weeks for sure. Again, I'm just thinking about Diane, my wife. She's just been out for her first long run. I think it was about 3 or 4 days ago. She's been out for a month, and she's in agony.
She really struggled.
Yeah. And she came back from her run saying, "Oh, fantastic run! I really pushed hard, and I felt great." Of course, a few days after that, she felt absolutely awful, in a lot of pain. So I do think it is a few weeks. Sometimes in the winter I take time off from swimming, and I'm not doing it ever again because I've done it twice now, and that just takes forever to kind of get that back.
Yeah.
Probably because that's the one discipline I concentrate on least, because it is, an Ironman, it's an hour, whereas on the bike you got 5 or 6 hours, and you got a marathon. So if you're gonna concede some time, I concede it on the swim, and then just concentrate on the bike and the run really.
I've just started swimming training with a trainer because my swimming is so terrible. I've got to figure out how to do it properly. I look like a chainsaw in the water.
It is. There is a lot to it in terms of technique. And you're right, doing it now, because I didn't have a swimming trainer until probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I've been swimming for 5, 6 years by then.
Right.
And all of a sudden they're like, do this, do that, do the other. But it's really hard to change it because your body and your arms and your legs they're just set in a particular way, and that's it.
Yeah.
To actually change it's really, really difficult. So I really would recommend doing it early. Get that technique right.
Left here, back to your point.
Yep.
Swimming's all technique.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you look at some of the, I can't remember her name now, but the British lady that came second in the Ironman World Championships. So there's not a lot of her. She's very slight, but she's 45 minutes on the swim. I think she's an ex-Olympic swimmer, which obviously helps. But you just watch her and they just glide through the water. It just looks effortless.
I swim like a brick. Well, I spent my early 20s. I used to be a commercial scuba diver.
Oh wow!
So I spent a long time in the water.
Yeah,
but it was always underwater with fins on.
Yep.
So I'm very used to being wet and cold.
Yep.
But moving around, using your arms, just feels alien to me.
Yep.
How's your foot?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
So is that plantar fasciitis? Does that come and go, or is it always with you?
It comes and goes, to be honest. But it's easy to get rid of. So you just get a golf ball, or I've got those really hard massage balls.
Yeah, I saw one in your hand.
Yeah. Just sit watching TV. Just roll your foot on that for 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
Squeeze the spots that hurt, and it kind of slowly releases it over a few days. But again, if I've got that, I'll structure my training so that I've got cycling and swimming the next couple of days. Perhaps postpone my run later that week or something. You do have to. You got to juggle it around. And if you miss a session, don't worry about it. Too many people miss a session and think they've got to do another one, but you don't. Oh, here we go. Operate hill.
Yeah, I remember this last time I read it. I always make the mistake of carrying on the same pace up hills as down, so I get knackered up hills, which is really bad technique.
Yeah, absolutely. Just suck it up, accept the fact you're going to go slowly and make up for it going downhill. It's really tugging on those hamstrings. That's good. Stretching them out.
When's your next sports marathon?
I'm actually going to try and see someone today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, text them. Fuck. Came out with you. Because my back's stiff as a board.
What was your time yesterday?
3:32.
That's really good.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's just a training run, so I didn't want to blitz it. Because I've done 3:06, 3:07, 3:08. That's kind of like my 100% trying pace.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do that because I've got more training this week. Got a bike ride tomorrow and stuff. Yeah, so I just wanted to pace it and enjoy it, and I did. But that's a key lesson, I think, for a lot of people. It's all about pacing when you do endurance events. It's so important because for 95% of it you can feel great and think, oh, I can go for it now, and then you blow up. I've definitely been there.
Have you done that? Hit the wall?
Yeah, UK Ironman, doing really well. Felt good. half a marathon down, half to go, and just pushed it, and then just blew up.
So what did that feel like?
Oh, it's just horrible. Again, it's just diarrhea, vomiting.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's not nice. And you just got no energy at all.
And you've got another half marathon to run.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Another fine day in West Sussex.
Yep. Beautiful.
Every single one of these I've tripped over.
I'm not surprised, Karen. That's got to be difficult.
It's ridiculous.
So, year 9 tomorrow, is it?
On New Year's Day.
Oh, okay.
You start of year 9.
Wow. And where does that rank you now?
Well, 4th or 5th in the UK.
Yep.
But I don't know, 200th in the world or something.
Wow. And wasn't it recently you said there was a chap that had been doing like 50 odd years or something stupid?
Ron Hill. Now look at the low road or the high road.
I'd say high, personally. I think it could be boggy there.
Yeah, Ron Hill, 54 years. Imagine stopping. Imagine not doing a run after that many years.
Must be hard. I bet he's back doing something, I'm sure. Oh, where do we go?
We're headed towards your way. This is the load road was where we ran with Echo that time.
Yep. Comes out the bottom hospital, does it?
I think, yeah. I left you down there by that house.
Downhill, it's better.
You get so used to running up hills and grinding them out that you really appreciate a bit of downhill.
Yeah. That's another reason why I picked walking on Thames yesterday, was because it's flat.
Yeah.
You know, like you, I train up and down these hills all the time. And it really does take it out of you. You know, I find I do 10 miles around here and it's pretty bloody exhausting. Got to be that way, isn't it?
We're kind of running parallel to the path.
Do you know the way, shout, because I don't.
Well, you've run this before, I haven't.
I haven't.
You have. Because I left you just there last time.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then yeah.
I think I know where I'm going. How wrong can we get it, Shane?
2 locals been running for years, get lost. At least we've got the camera.
When they find our bodies picked free of meat by the crows, they'll be able to.
Right, this is familiar. This is what it was like.
Yeah, I am.
It's an absolute bog.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Have you been round here on your fat tar bike?
I haven't actually, no. Only because I know it's like this, so I tend to go elsewhere.
How many bikes have you got now?
7.
And how many?
I use 6 of them though. There's only one that I don't. The plan is to go to Australia next, see Diane's family, to take it there, leave it there.
Right.
So I've got a decent bike when I go there.
That's a good idea. When are you going, this year?
No, I don't think we are actually now. I don't think we've got time. Diane starts a new job.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, so she's got less leave and stuff this year with everything we've already planned, and it's a big 4-0 for her, so we're going to go somewhere for that. So we haven't got the time this year, so probably next.
Hope you take her running on her 40th. That would be the year. I did quite a good run on my 40th.
Did you?
Ran up a mountain.
Oh wow.
In California.
I can't remember what age it was. I think it was 42, 43, but I ran the London Marathon.
Oh, did you?
On the 13th of April, so I should you up. Yeah.
A little gap up there
Yeah.
somewhere.
That's the back of the hospital. Yeah, so we know where we are now. Yeah, so everyone thought I was bonkers, but you know what it's like. If a race fits a certain day or whatever, you have to do it.
I did the Silverstone half marathon around the Silverstone racetrack.
Oh, nice.
On my birthday. I got a free ticket from my buddy of mine.
Yep.
Who couldn't make it, and it was the worst race I've ever done.
Oh, why?
Because, I don't know, I had an upset stomach, so I thought I'm either going to shit myself or puke from about a halfway point. And when you're on Silverstone, there's nowhere to hide, you're on an airfield. It was horrible. It's a nice run, this, Shane.
Yeah. I know, let's try and find it again.
Well, it's just a big circle, isn't it?
Yep.
Do you think because when you were golfing, you weren't doing it professionally, but you were just doing it a lot, right?
Yeah, I was doing it a lot, and I was playing in scratch teams and playing against other clubs, again, travelling the country and playing a lot of overseas.
So I was going to ask you, do you think your mindset as a professional sportsman who focuses on the task in hand
Yeah, I do.
helped when it came to training for triathlon and Ironman and stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm one of those people, you know, I haven't played golf. I played 3 rounds in the last 10 years now, or 9 years, which is incredible. And I don't miss it.
Really?
No, not really. I'm one of those people, I think when I do something, I want to do it really well,
Yeah.
to the best of my ability. And you can't do that when you're mixing up so many different things. So something has to give. And while I can do what I'm doing, touch wood, remain injury free, I'll keep doing it. I'm sure there'll come a time at some point that I won't be able to do them competitively, and I won't want to do them then, and I'll go back to golf then, I think.
Now, how long do you think it takes to lose your golf conditioning?
Well,
How good were you when you went back out?
I was playing off 3 or 4.
Really?
Yeah, when I stopped playing.
Right.
And I played, like I say, I've had a few rounds, friends, stag do's, that kind of stuff. And I have to say, I've actually been pretty decent.
You should have left it.
I think so, no. A bit further.
Yep.
I need to, some point, you could be right.
If we hit a road, we know we've gone too far.
Yeah, I know where this comes out. There's a footpath that comes up here from the right. Should be. Can't see the sign ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so when you went out with your mates on the stag, you were still pretty good.
Yeah, enjoyed it. You know, you lose a bit of touch around the greens and what have you, but the swing's still there, and I was hitting a decent length off the tee and pretty straight. So, I did enjoy it, I must admit, but it is such a time-consuming sport. You know, it's 4-hour rounds, plus the before and afters, and I was playing twice a day.
Really?
Yeah, summer weekends for sure. Wow. A lot of the competitions at the club were 36 holes, so you're out all day long. A bit like going around my bike.
You just swap one bad habit for another.
Yeah.
I love it up in these woods up here.
Yeah. Should see a deer or two as well. Usually running around here. Yeah, we walked up there last night, the pitch.
Oh, is this where you came back? Is this the way you came back?
Yeah.
It's nice to live surrounded by this kind of running territory.
Yep.
Like right on your doorstep.
Yeah. When I moved here, it's complete chalk and cheese. So where I lived before, over near Borden, all my running was just street running. Oh. But I enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, so when I came here, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Yeah. I hate off-road running. But you just get to like it.
It's good for your muscles as well.
Yeah.
Like
that's what my training says. It's great for your ankle ligaments, things like that. It just strengthens them up a bit. Forestry work. Come on over there this year.
Yeah, they've cut a lot of trees down, I noticed.
Yep. How far have we done?
3.5.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Nearly home.
Yep. It needs a full short. Right, we'll do a left and a right here. Go around the outer edge. That's it, outer, this way.
Oh,
Round here.
alright, okay.
That way, turn right, that's it. It's the only dry bit. Mind your head.
Yeah. We'll probably sneak in your back garden, can't we?
No. I just replanted all the bushes. So they're a bit fragile, to say the least. I've already broken a couple. Just gardening. Oh.
Well, this has been a nice little leg wakener.
Yeah.
And I didn't run a marathon yesterday.
Oh, let's feel good. Probably won't in about half an hour.
Oh, let's leave it at that.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Shane, thank you. That was a good run.
Likewise.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, and you.
I hope your training goes well in 2019. It's the older you get, the more
The harder it gets.
the knife edge it gets between
absolutely.
exhaustion and injury and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
It's a good point, and I think you do have to factor that into account, because every year I try and improve.
Right.
And actually sometimes you can't, because just by getting that year older,
Yeah.
you do naturally drop off. So
I've-
to maintain the same performance the year before is as good as improving.
Yeah, of course.
But you're absolutely right.
Well, I appreciate you coming out with me. Tomorrow is the end of 8 years.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I think I should do another run on Monday. Just start 9 years and I'll never stop.
If you don't, I'll be disappointed.
All right. All right, take it easy, Shane. Thanks ever so much. Have a good New Year.
And you. See you.
Take care.
See you, Joel. Bye.